Hello everyone, my name is Nathaniel Bott here with Stephen Olshansky. We're the football writers for the State News. We're here to preview Indiana and MSU. It's the Spartans' first Big Ten road game. It'll be a kickoff at 8 p.m. on BTN. Stephen, what did you see from the defense last week? I know the secondary had some problems. What do they need to improve on?
Secondary had a lot of problems getting off the field on third down. Gave up, I think, at least 4 or 5 times where they gave a third and long. So I think it was 4 or 7. So Mark Antonio chalked it up to not having a lot of leverage, let receivers get out on out routes and whatnot. So, I mean, that'll be one thing they have to key on. That's what Demetrius Cox told me about. And especially with Indiana's quarterback, Legault, and their big-time receiver, I think now is Nick Westbrook. Legault has thrown for over 1,000 yards in their 4 games now? Three games, right? So it's 3 games, and Nick Westbrook has 4 touchdown catches. So he'll be the prime target. Looks like they spread the ball just to 3 guys primarily. Yeah. So they'll be key guys, and if they can get leverage, that'll be probably the key for them.
Yeah, I think when you look at MSU's defensive line, they've kind of struggled a little bit to generate some pressure. Assistant coach Ron Burton touched on that as well as D'Antonio. Malik McDowell, the star of the defensive line, he's been struggling with, seeing a little more double teams than he did last year, and even frustrated a little with the refs. But when you look at Indiana, they have on the left side, they start a freshman tackle and a sophomore guard, and then on the right side, it's 2 redshirt seniors, but both those guys are banged up, both questionable heading into this game, so I think that's a key thing there.
For sure. I think, on the offensive side of the ball, Michigan State needs to, establish the run again. They kind of got away from that at Wisconsin, and Tyler O'Connor's, 3 interceptions didn't really help, especially that one drive, I think, early in the second half, right away after halftime when they, the fumble, they had pretty good runs there, and then, kind of killed it, and they had play catch up through the air, and obviously they couldn't pass. So if they can establish the run game and not fall behind, they'll probably be all right.
Yeah, I think that's a key for them too. Indiana, they have Devine Redding. He's a quality back, but MSU is not allowed a 100-yard rusher, and they've played guys like Corey Clement and Josh Adams in Notre Dame. So if the defense can kind of be stout against the run, it's going to force Indiana to throw a lot more. They usually are pretty balanced. They throw a lot, but they also incorporate a lot of runs or short passes into their system. So we'll see what Indiana tries to do against the Spartans defense on Saturday. For predictions, I think MSU's defense questions on Indiana's offensive line. I think they're going to have a bounce back. They're going to get to Legault a few times, force some turnovers. I have MSU 38, Indiana 21. I don't think Indiana's defense is that strong. I think O'Connor bounces back.
Right. I'm going to go with 31-24. These games usually sometimes over the past couple of years have been close for a while, and I don't know if O'Connor, how quickly he shakes off last week, but if he does, it could get worse. But from what I've seen, maybe not. Maybe it won't be a thing that he does the week following a bad week. So I think it'll be closer than people expect. So I'm going to go 31-24.
For more pregame and postgame coverage, make sure you stay with us. Follow us on Twitter at @thesnooze_sports, and make sure to follow our live blog during the game, which once again is a Saturday kickoff at 8 p.m. on BTN.